Hey guys, what's up again? I hope you're doing very well. So I'm back here again because we're taking a look at the exercise part of tag question, the explanation. And I'm going to share my screen here and we're taking a look at that. So here we go. So I'm here on your book. If you go to page 151, let's take a look at the explanation and practice for tag question. So this is what we have here. So as I told you before, we have the tag question thing. So one side, take a look, you have the positive sentence and on the other side, the negative one. So here we have, it's cold today, isn't it? So we used it is. It is verb to be. So it was in the positive, affirmative in one side. So on the other side, you did the negative one. So it's cold today, isn't it? Next one, you're Peruvian. You're Peruvian. So here you have the positive sentence part. The first clause is positive. And on the other side, you have a negative one. And always remember that if you use verb to be here, so on the other side, you're going to use verb to be again. You just have to pay attention to something. If you have like the affirmative on the first clause here, it's affirmative. So the second one, you use the negative. Okay, so here we have, they live in Ankara. So don't they? They live. What is the negative form of they live? They don't live. They don't live. So you have the inversion and you make the question. So you live. They live. Don't they? The game ends at 8, doesn't it? To make things easier for you to understand it, try to think like this. The game ends. What is the negative form of the game ends? The game doesn't end. So you know that you were going to use doesn't. So the positive part, the game ends. Now remember the negative, doesn't. So the game ends at 8, doesn't it? It's because you're talking about the game. Because you're talking about the game. Your sister worked in the US, didn't she? Now check. This sentence is in the past. How can we do the negative form of this sentence? Your sister worked. Your sister didn't work. So you know that on the other side, you're using the auxiliary did or didn't. So the first part is affirmative. Your sister worked in the US. Didn't she? She, because you're talking about your sister. Didn't, because the sentence was in the past. All right? We've met before, haven't we? So look, you have present perfect with the auxiliary have. So you've met before, haven't we? Always remember, it's kind of a tip. You've met before. What is the negative? You haven't met before. So you know that the negative auxiliary is haven't. So that's the one you're using here on the other side. You will be okay. Won't you? So you know that this is the contracted form of will. You will be okay. So it's positive here. Won't you? Negative here. You'd, you would go on vacation with me. Positive side, this part is positive. So on the other side, on the other part, negative. You'd go on vacation with me, wouldn't you? So this is all you have to do. All right. Always pay attention to the tense to the auxiliary, that you will have no problem at all. And here you can have, so this part, this explanation was the affirmative verb. And now here we have the opposite, the negative. So it makes no difference. Always remember, if one side is positive, the other side is going to be negative. If in one side you have negative, the other side positive. They are always going to be the opposite. So let's take a look here. She isn't here today. Make the sentence in the affirmative. She is here today. So this side is negative, on the other side is going to be positive. So she isn't here today, is she? And always remember of this inversion. So look, is she? Remember here, isn't it? Aren't you? Don't they? Because you're making a short question. Always you have to remember of this inversion. Okay, so you aren't angry, are you? They don't, do they? Lucy doesn't, does she? You didn't, did you? You won't tell anymore, will you? Sue wouldn't quit her job. So here's negative, this side will be positive. So guys, that's all for today. I want to thank you a lot for you being here with me, and I hope I can be with you again soon. Take care, study, and bye.